So I finally get to introduce you to a game of love. And I say love because when this was given to me, I was in a very dark place in my life, and the fellow steamer gave it to me, and they said, "You'll really like this game a lot." And they weren't wrong. And I have played it faithfully since the day I got it and loved it dearly. Hello, Mr. Guy MM. Greetings, program. It's always good to see you. And a humble thank you for all the ways that you helped me get things settled into transferring stuff from Twitch. So we saved videos. Our rescue mission was a success, and we can finish up saving those after I get some rest and after the live stream, of course. But we did the thing. We rescued. It's all good. I feel like we went down on the planet and we rescued all of the tribbles and then gave them to the Klingons, and the Klingons were confused, and then they gave them to the Vulcans, who went and found Christopher Pike. Yes, and right, definitely Christopher Reeve playing. Oh yeah, best Superman. Christopher Reeve is best Superman in my book. He is so good. Not saying that other Supermen were not decent, but no one was able to be both human and alien the way that Christopher Reeve's Supes very much was. And so I personally adored Christopher Reeve as Superman. Um, but yeah, I get to introduce you guys to my time at Portia. Now remember, if you like games like Stardew Valley, if you like games like Harvest Moon and various other farming, gathering, building, dating the villagers games, you'll be set for this. The difference is, though, it's very immersive, like the other games aren't. They are. You know what I mean? But it's very three-dimensional. It's very, very full. I mean, I love side scrollers. I love them to death because I'm old school and my games were side scrolling. But to be able to kind of be able to have a 3D body in a way that's tangibly acceptable is very nice to me. So there's that. Then again, this is coming from the same person that when I got Pokemon XD and Pokemon Colosseum, I totally squealed because it meant my side-scrolling 2D Pokemon suddenly became larger than life 3D interactive real Pokemon in a whole new way. So there's that. Yeah. Yeah, he did play. He played that dual personality in such a breathtaking way, such a real way. Christopher Reeves was very real as both Clark Kent and Superman, and I gotta say, I was always a Clark Kent fan because he you knew Superman was gonna be awesome, but um there was something about the way that he allowed you, in a sense, right? Clark was the mask he wore. He was always Kal-El. But when he was Clark, he was he was he was that was the mask. But it was the mask that allowed him to not really have to stress about certain things until he was truly needed once more, then he had to go back to being himself. Clark allowed for all the awkward, frustrating moments he had as Clark Kent. Clark gave him the ability to not have to be himself. And that's how I viewed it. And that's why I loved the duality of Christopher Reeve's Superman and Clark Kent, because he would always be Kal-El. Always. He was born Kal-El, he would die Kal-El, and in later things, via comic books and movies, he'd be reborn as Kal-El. He was never allowed to lose that mantle. But Clark Kent, even though his human mother and human father had named him that, Clark Kent, he was the guy who didn't have to worry about saving the world or anything like that. He was awkward and frustrated with himself and life and all the little things in between. Yeah, that's awareness is later. Hey, except when it came to Lois, and she just wrecked not in with my keyboard. So it's working. I couldn't play through games like My Time in Portia, and now it will be easier to play through our collecting and get some more chickens. I'm not obsessed. But yeah. So excitedly, Mr. Guy MM was American made across export to Twitch, the live streamed videos over to YouTube. So the running only NPCs beyond as life is free. It has an intro video. It has 3 or 4 videos, and it's got and